Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to September. I hope you all enjoyed an extended weekend and had a little time to enjoy the last of summer that we're seeing. It's beautiful here in Kansas. Matthew has quite a few things to share with us today. You should be seeing on the screen the newest version that was Student Manager 0.055 was released this week. And Stein and Jason is with us too. I believe that 46 ACEware 46 will probably be released early next week. I think there's still some testing going on. Is that a correct statement?
That is correct.
Okay, very good. Well, as I am turning this over to Matthew so that he can show us all the things he's been working on in the month of August, I'm going to remind people that if you have any questions or any comments about the things that Matthew is sharing, that you can just drop a note in the chat box there, and I'll be sure that Matthew can answer that question. Or if you're real excited about something, I know he'll appreciate hearing that too. So, Matthew, let's turn things over to you, and you can tell us all the things you got done in August.
Okay. The first thing I wanted to share was we've got a new improvement on the budget screen. So let me bring up a course I think has a bunch of budget entries. And this was actually done in conjunction with Virginia Commonwealth. They ended up paying for half the development of this, so need a shout out to them for showing this. What they wanted was a percentage shared. This is percentage of the profit. So this would affect both your final profit loss number and actual. And I'm going to put in a percentage here real quick, put in 50%. So maybe you're sharing with a different department or something, but you'll notice that my profit, my estimated profit dropped by 50%, but my actual didn't change because I don't have a profit yet. So there's no profit to share. Nothing got changed there. But once we start getting some more registrations, get some more money in here, then that number would start being affected by the percentage shared. So that's the first thing on the list. The next thing I'm going to, I'm not going to show you live in Student Manager. Instead, I'm going to jump over here to my Firefox. This is with the name import wizard. And what we have done, so after you go through the Excel spreadsheet and assign the different columns, the different headings, you assign them in that routine. You can answer yes or no to the header file. The new part of this is this next question. Would you like to exclude names from the import if the email address already exists inside Student Manager? This should save you from importing duplicates and then having to combine them later, either with the mass combine or with the one-off combine. In either case, this would help you keep a nice clean list inside Student Manager if you are wanting to use this. Now this will, if you're doing the registration or the speed registration entry and doing the name import through that, which I think is down here lower in the help, it just takes you to the speed registration procedure. So if you're going through here and it asks you that question, what it'll do is it'll go ahead and pull those names, get the NMID from those names, so that they still get registered into this course. They just won't get an extra name record imported at the time. So this should especially help if you're doing contract courses and those businesses you're contracting through just give you an Excel spreadsheet with a bunch of names and email addresses. This will help you keep a nice, clean database. All right, the next thing, and this is with we're calling it the senior fee category. With preferences under the names preference, down here at the bottom left-hand corner is 2 new boxes. The senior fee category. This allows you to choose a fee, from your fees list. So I'm choosing senior citizen fee. Then you also say what age and what it's going to do. So I've put 62 in here, and I think, Chuck, you are in here.
Yeah, pick on me.
Well, you're in here. So right now his fee category is staff fee, but he's definitely over the 62 age limit. So I'm just going to tab out of his field. If I was entering him in fresh, once you enter in 01/01/1950 and get out of that field, it's going to automatically assign then the fee category, and this will allow then when you're registering Chuck for any courses, if it's got a senior citizen fee that is lower than the other fees Chuck is eligible for, he would get the senior citizen fee automatically. And I believe work has been done in ACEware so that ACEware also mirrors this capability. Is that correct?
There is a custom person page script that can mirror this on ACEware. So.
Okay. So there's that one.
Could I back you up just a minute on that
Sure.
previous feature with the email duplicate check on importing? We need to thank Trish Susky from UNLV for that suggestion. So again, we always like to give a shout out for folks who bring the idea up, and that one was a UNLV. So what started in Vegas did not stay in Vegas. It got shared around. So we thank Trish for that. So.
Okay. On with the show. The next thing I've got is kind of a convenience thing. So I'm going to bring back up this course and go into the quick reports. This is in name tags and a couple other places, but when you run, I'm just going to pick on name tags here real quick. When you run and it comes up and asks the all, what date, or select specific names, I've added now a cancel option to this. So maybe you've got more than just name tags checked, and then you're realizing, oh, I didn't need to run name tags. Well, you can cancel out of this and just get right back to the course, or there's another quick report in the list, then it would go into running that one instead. So that was just a quick extra item there. Special needs pop-up. Again, I'm going to bug Chuck, or pick on Chuck, because we have in the demo his special need. We've got the pop-up saying is quite hard of hearing. Just yell at him. That's very, very true, but I really don't like seeing those pop-ups. They get in my way. I'm just trying to get things going on the name screen. I don't need to see the special needs. That's more for registration staff. So I want to turn it off. Right down here, middle of the road, at the bottom of the screen, special needs pop-up. You can uncheck this now. So now when I pull up Chuck, nothing. It went straight to his name screen. I don't get that special needs pop-up anymore. this does not affect if you've got comments and you put the exclamation mark at the beginning of it, it would still show that, I believe. Yep, there you go. So that only affects the special needs. It does not do the exclamation mark at the front of comments. So I really don't want to see that all the time either, so I'm going to turn that off too. Next thing, name tags. And this is kind of, I don't know how often this is really used. Reports, registrations, name tags. There is the name tags on the fly, and I'm just going to do the default report. Say, okay, course numbers, I don't know, 17, F, ACE, 1. Yeah, I got quite a few people. So with the name tags on the fly, it comes up with this. So if you've got I want all the name tags, but then I want to add some extra ones. You can do a quick entry style, so you can with data to do that. Or if I've already ran name tags, but now it's the day of the event, by golly, now Joe Schmo's come in as a guest to somebody else, and I want to make them a name tag, I can do the empty quick style and put in that person's name. Now what's new with this screen, besides making it a little wider and a little more convenient, is the NM badge and NM title fields have been added to this so that you can put those in here as well. So those are what are new. So if I Joe Schmo Ace Hardware, his title is plumber. Done. And so now I've got a problem with my namer function, but that's okay. We've got a name tag, quick and easy. I need to adjust the template to respect the quick entry style, but other than that, we've got a good name tag we can print out real quick the day of and give to Joe Schmo.
And am I correct, Matthew, that this was a wish granted for Oklahoma State University? Am I remembering right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next one is helps if I can read my handwriting. Under reports, statistics, names, demographic summary, there is a new option in the list for country, and this was asked for by Bermuda. And, well, they deal with more than Bermudians, so they needed to know which country, or they needed statistics based on the different countries, and rather than always putting it in the user-defined field, we went ahead and made it in the main list. So you can run demographics based on country, and I think I've only got, I'll skip the money, I don't care. I think I've only got Canada, Cayman Islands, and the USA in my demo. A bunch of my countries are empty in my demo, so it's not real useful for me, but I'm sure Bermuda will enjoy it. Next thing.
That wanted to jump in again, and you had mentioned the user-defined field, but I want to second or remind folks again that statistical report, if you would get back to that, Matthew, does let you pick user-defined field, and that basically you can key in any field from the name record. I believe it's hover over that again. The user name, user hover over. No,
it's not popping.
Not coming on.
It's something's wrong. Why?
Well, when it's working, then maybe you went into it twice.
Well,
there it is.
The pop-up's coming up.
Oh, there it is. Enter the file name, and you can basically the name table, the name UDFs table, and I believe register. So you've got multiple options on that. So all right, carry on, Matthew.
Okay, and I need to look into that. Okay, proxy registration. So we've got who do I have? Okay. No. Where did mine go? Who's my... Oh, maybe I did it on me. Awesome. Okay, yeah. So here I've got Mr. Havlicek is my proxy person. By the way, with Student Manager, you can assign a proxy. So this is the person that is registering for somebody else. On ACEware, that's automatically assigned if you are using the proxy feature on ACEware to keep track of that. So once it's been assigned, and I forget, let's see, the proxy registration, the new proxy registration in ACEware it looks for your old proxy people and gives you a list of those people, so you can quickly select people, your previous people that you've registered, and register them in new courses.
That's right.
Well, if somebody leaves that company, now the new HR rep is now wanting to register somebody. Let's say Chuck no longer wants to be the proxy person, it's somebody else. I've made it so that in Student Manager you can change the proxy, who the proxy was, by just clicking on it. And so now I can put Jenny Call. And also with this, changing it to Jenny Call, I see that Chuck Havlicek is on multiple records. Do we want to change everybody all at once? Well, if you don't care about the history and you were just wanting to get it so that Jenny Call can register anybody that Chuck Havlicek used to be able to do, then this is great. Go ahead and say yes. Gives you a total of how many proxies were done. I only have of Chuck on 2 of my registrations, so that's changed it both. So now the reg by says Jenny Call instead of Charles Havlicek. So I think that's the whirlwind tour. I had a lot of extra time in August, so I got quite a bit done for once, and now I'm tired, and hopefully the next month can be quiet and I can get a bunch more done in September.
Let me just kind of follow that. And Sharon, you're driving here. Can you do a quick poll of how many people use or they can have their business contacts work with on this?
I'm not seeing a lot of hands on that, Chuck.
Nobody.
So this is good
Okay.
information, but it looks like about 10%. Congratulations, Melissa.
Do you have a proxy people, Matthew, that you've entered on the web? I've got mine if you want to use mine, Chuck at ACEware and ACEware.
Sure. Grab a course and...
No. And what I was saying is log me in and just look at my history. That allows you to look at the history of people registered. Chuck at ACEware. And Yeah, Cheryl keeps changing my eye. I try ACEware. If that doesn't work, try Havlicek. Oh, go back. We may have to struggle a little bit here. Try Havlicek. There we go. So go to my history. Because the example here is that I have gone in and enrolled other people. And so right now at the top where it says completed courses, you'll see underneath there registrations. I have now, if you go back to my history, there is a menu item that says courses I have entered for another person. So you can click on that, select the person. There's Matthew, hit the completed courses. Because I registered him in the class, I am able to go in and see, has he taken the class? Has he completed the hours? Was there a grade assigned? It basically lets your employers or supervisors be able to see the history of classes of what happens to a registrant in a class that they've enrolled in. So anyway, wanted to just highlight that for folks that may not know that. So Matthew and Sharon, we'll go back to you guys.
Well, I'm done. So.
And I'm not seeing any questions, and we kept Matthew pretty busy and didn't let him go home, but no, I'm kidding. He did work hard, and we appreciate all those changes. We'll look forward to hearing what you think of those, too. So that takes care of what we have for September's release of Student Manager. Jason or Stein, did you want to mention anything about the upcoming release for ACEware?
Yeah, I can talk about that a little bit. Most of the effort that I put in during August was aimed at the quick pick page, and I know we don't have a lot of quick pick customers out there, so there may not even be any online here today. But we fixed a few bugs and added a few more features, and actually we still got some more work to do on that. So if you are a quick pick user, you'll want to check with your tech and make sure you get the latest release of the quick pick code. And if you're not a quick pick user, we keep adding more features that might be something we're finding, especially people like those offering OLLI programs, where you got users who sign up for a lot of courses at once. That quick pick page can be a real boon. So only other things on the ACEware side, let's see, one new configuration feature, we added some additional checking to prevent duplicate registrations. Now, in theory, if you have already registered in a course, or if the course is already on your cart, you can't put it on a second time. But we've had a couple of cases where customers appear to have users that got in the course twice. We're not sure how that happened or how they did it, but I added extra coding to make a final check during the checkout routine before they actually go to pay, to make sure they aren't paying for the same course twice. So that'll be a new option, a set of options coming out in the version 046. And I guess the other thing that went on, this isn't completed, but Cheryl has been doing a lot of work on ADA, the Disability Act's accessibility options to make the websites as accessible as possible for people with disabilities. And that's something that we'll be highlighting next month. But if you are, we've done quite a bit of work already. I said we, mainly Cheryl, has got new templates, and we've made some changes to ACEware. And if you are getting pushback that your site needs to be made more compliant for disabilities, get a hold of your tech, and there are things that we have available. And if not, if it's just something you're looking at, wait till next month and we'll have more details on that. So that's what I've got.
Very good. Jason, did you have anything to add to that?
No, I think that about covers it.
Okay, good. Well, go ahead, Chuck.
I would, again, of course, Chuck always has something to add, but one of the things Stein didn't mention about QuickPick that in the last run-up to the latest updates, that there were actually a couple of speed bumps that I think you've straightened out, or basically shortcuts that will speed up the general operation of QuickPick. So again, users of QuickPick, that's another reason you'd want to get with your tech and get your update. So, all right, Sharon, that's all I got.
Very good. And the next thing we have coming up this month.
Well, actually, since Chuck brought that up, I would mention that another thing that we noticed with the QuickPick was that archiving your old courses before trying to run QuickPick also made a big difference in the speed. So there's also, getting the latest QuickPick will help, but if you've got a huge number of archived courses, QuickPick is, we just can't make it run fast if it has all that data to sort through. So that's something else. And again, if you're a QuickPick user, check with your tech. There's just make sure that everything's optimized on your end so that it runs. Your users get the best experience possible.
Very good. Very good. Well, we have our training webinar on Thursday, September 21st, and this is on using Budget Builder. This fits into what Matthew was talking about, the addition of profit sharing that will be shown as well. But this is kind of an underutilized tool that we'd love to see more people taking advantage of. So be sure to join us on September 21st for that. You can register from the website, and you can watch for an email that will come on the listserv. So anything else for the good of cause today, Chuck, Jason, Matthew, Stein?
Good.
Good. Okay. So enjoy your short week, everybody, and we will see you later this month. Bye-bye.
Bye.